Hello and welcome back to another exciting chess game, ladies and gentlemen. This one was played in 2017 in tournament in Moscow, and it was played between Shakhriyar Mamedyarov, who was playing as white, and his opponent Andrey Espienko. What is so interesting about this game is that Shakhriyar Mamedyarov truly showcases how you should attack against weak black's king. A lot of tactics are involved in this game, and Shakhriyar Mamedyarov, he is the master tactician of today's era, so a game you will truly love and a game I'm sure you can learn a lot from. So without further ado, we'll go straight into the game. Mamedyarov opened the game with knight f3, we have a knight f6, b3 and e6 played for black. For now we are in Reti opening Nimzo-Larsen variation. We have bishop b2 for white, d5 for black, and we have e3 right now played for white. Game continued with bishop e7. Black's next idea is to castle, and white now plays d4, capturing the space in the center. We have castle for black, and we have bishop d3 played for white, and for now white's bishops are aiming at the king. Although it's not obvious yet, it will be obvious later in the game. So we have c5 on the board. Right now black is trying to undermine this center, and we have knight b2 d2 for Mamedyarov. He's completing his development. Knight to c6 played for black, and we have d picks up on c5 right now played. We have bishop picking up on c5 and a3 played by Mamedyarov, a nice prophylactic move. He doesn't want to allow this knight jumping on b4. We have queen to e7 played for black. We have c4 right now for Mamedyarov, and we have a5 now played for Espienko with the idea to block the advancement of b4 pawn. We have queen c2 by Shakhriyar Mamedyarov, and already some tactics are on the way. For example, after this knight is taken, then this pawn can be taken as well. Game continued with bishop d6 for black, and Shakhriyar Mamedyarov now castled, putting his king to safety. Now you might be wondering, after bishop on d6, why white simply couldn't do this, bishop picking up on f6, and then after queen picks up on f6 we just win a pawn. But actually it's not a pawn, because after king h8 your rook is hanging on h1 and you cannot pick up this pawn. Your piece will fall, at least one of your pieces will fall, so this is not good move. Shakhriyar Mamedyarov castles, and we have h6 right now just because of this threat, because now it is possible to pick up this knight then pawn. Shakhriyar Mamedyarov now continues with e4. He's trying to break the center, and he also threatens this nasty fork on e5, so black has to be careful. And right now we are in the critical part of the position, because right now black made a mistake. He decided to pick up this pawn on c. Unfortunately this is not the best move. The best was knight picking up on e4, but d takes on c4 was played. Shakhriyar Mamedyarov continues with knight picking up on c4, and right now again you have this threat of this fork, so black has to be careful. He play bishop on c5. We have rook a to d1 now taking advantage of this open file, rook to d8 countering for black, and we have e5 right now on the board, moving away this knight. Knight goes on d5, and now although this knight looks really good on this square here, unfortunately the only defense for this king is this queen. So all of these pieces are located on the other side of the board, and of course Shakhriyar Mamedyarov will use this. Firstly with bishop h7 check. King goes on h8. Shakhriyar Mamedyarov returns this bishop to e4, right now aims at this and this knight as well. Black continues with rook to b8. Now black has development problems with this white squared bishop, and after bishop to e4 actually pushing b6 is not good idea with the idea to fianchetto, because right now white can sacrifice his knight, only temporarily of course. And after bishop takes on b6 we have bishop picking up on d5, and after e picks up on d5 queen picks up on c6 with a much better play for white and one pawn of advantage. So this was not good. It was too late for trying to fianchetto this bishop, and that is the reason rook b8 was played. We have queen to c1 right now played for Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. Tricky move. It looks like just a regular move, nothing is there for white, for now at least, but actually Shakhriyar Mamedyarov has a nice tactic there. So black continued the game with king to g8. Now you might be wondering what would have happened if, for example, black played something like bishop d7 developing this bishop. Then white has knight to d6, sacrifices this knight and a pawn, and after bishop takes on d6, e takes on d6, right now you have to go queen f6. If you decide to pick up this pawn, then queen takes on h6 check. You cannot pick up this queen because this pawn is pinned, and after king g8 queen picks up on g7 is checkmate. So Shakhriyar Mamedyarov of course sees this, Espienko sees that as well, and he plays king to g8. We have bishop to b1 right now played for white. White's idea is to go with his queen on c2 and then prepare a battery on this long diagonal. We have b6 right now played for black, and we have h4 for Shakhriyar Mamedyarov. Mamedyarov wants to go h5 and then block g6 defense of this threat and blocking this diagonal. We have queen to f8. Right now black is trying his best to save his position. He's opening a square for this knight that can later come on f5 and block this really dangerous diagonal in black's position. We have h5, Shakhriyar Mamedyarov continues, and we have knight c to e7 right now played for black. Rook f to e1 was played for white, and we have king to h8 played for black. Black doesn't have anything to do, his position is holding on a thread. We have queen to c2 right now. Shakhriyar Mamedyarov changes his plans and he again wants to aim at this battery. Now this is a checkmate threat, so black has to react. Black plays queen to g8, and white continues with knight to d6. Again, his idea, he wants to open these two diagonals and to try and invade in this king's position. So after this move, bishop takes on d6 was played. We have e takes on d6 and rook takes on d6 was played for black. Now after this move, e takes on d6, there was other options here for black. For example, black could have tried with knight to f5 to try and block this diagonal, but then white would continue with g4, pushing away this knight, and we have knight picking up on d6. We have queen to c1 right now played for Mamedyarov, with the idea to pick up this pawn, and actually this would be immediate checkmate. So black has to respond with f6, and now Shakhriyar Mamedyarov has this beautiful sacrifice. Rook picks up on d5, and after e takes on d5, and now we have another sacrifice. Bishop takes on f6, breaking into black's position. After g takes on f6, queen takes on h6 check, and after only defending move, queen picks up on h7 is checkmate. So black has to be really careful, and after rook takes on d6, Mamedyarov continues with bishop e5. Now this move is allowed a really nasty skewer there. Both rooks are hanging, so black continues with knight to f5, and right now after bishop takes on d6 and knight takes on d6, Shakhriyar Mamedyarov again finds an amazing sacrifice. Rook d5 again, and after e takes on d5, queen c7 was the last move of the game, where Andrey Espienko decided to resign because this is simply double attack and one of the black's pieces will fall and it will be a game over. Now I would like to go back and show you that after bishop e5, you probably saw that black had this move, rook c6 with the attack on the queen, and then maybe black can try and save this rook. This doesn't work because Mamedyarov has queen d2, and right now he's threatening checkmate, and he also threatens to pick up this rook, so you would probably have to defend the checkmate and this rook would fall nevertheless. And this is how this game ended, and this is all I have prepared for you today. If you enjoyed this game, please make sure to leave a comment, like and share this video with other people who enjoy chess, because word of mouth referrals like this really help my channel grow, and I really couldn't do it without your help, guys. Also, if you wish, you can donate to my channel. You can donate directly through my PayPal, or you can become a channel member. Each new donator and member will be listed in every future of my videos, guys. Thank you so much. Your support is much appreciated. Also, let me know your questions about this position. Have I missed something in the analysis? Do you like watching Shakhriyar Mamedyarov games? He's truly a wonderful tactician. He reminds me a lot of Mikhail Tal, always finds a way to attack enemy's king, and that is why he's one of my favorite players, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Do let me know your thoughts about this game, and we will see each other in the next video. I wish you a pleasant night. Bye bye.